Thank you for being here with us. Okay, and I would like to start and share a little about myself. My name is Revital HN, and I have a very long career with architecture, interior design, and Feng Shui. And about 22 years ago, I have realized that something just didn't make sense in my life. I was born with two good functioning parts of my brain, the right part and the left part, and my mother decided that the right part of the brain is too active. I was too psychic, and she decided to shut me down. Okay, but you know, things were just moving, and you cannot just shut down part of your brain. So I become very artistic, I become very creative, and actually I became an artist. Let me shut here something down. Here it is. That's the second time I do the same mistake. Okay, so about 32 years ago, I was complaining to a friend of mine heavily on the phone that things just doesn't make sense. I try to do all the logic things. I act proper. I just do everything as it should be, and things doesn't turn to be the way they should be. And he said to me something very simple. He say, just use your intuition. And since he say that, I can tell you that my life started to change, because I was all the time shutting my intuition. Every time my intuition told me something, I said to myself, but that doesn't make sense. And I went and I did the things that made sense to me, and I was just falling flat over my face. And since then, I realized I started to use my intuition. Every time I use my intuition proved me right. Okay, when I was about to make an appointment with somebody, and a little bit before this appointment, my intuition told me, listen, that person is not going to show up. I said, but it doesn't make sense. That person made an appointment with me. How is it possible that that person is not going to show up and not even telling me? But my intuition was right. Okay, and it happens again and again and again and again until I just realized that I have to start living according to my intuition and not according to what makes sense to me. Now, I know that we're here for the 30-day process. Okay, now as for the 30-day process, I created a group that had been cut off the Abraham Vortex group, and I did it after over 6 months of practicing and working with people and realizing that we all need to have a separate space for that work, so people can actually find all the relative information in a separate room, and it's going to be very convenient for them. So the group is a Facebook group. It calls Abraham Hicks How to Change Your Life in 30 Days, and 2 is the letter 2, and 30 days is 30 in numbers. So that's how you can find us if you don't know about us yet. Okay, and when it comes to the 30 days process, okay, I follow the book of Ulrike, and it's a long book of 150 pages, and most people find it really overwhelming because they have to print it and they have to follow it, and they think it's something really complicated because it comes like a lot of pages. The truth is that the process itself is very, very, very simple. Okay, it's a circular process. Okay, that of 3 days. Okay, that you have like health, wealth, and love. Okay, and you just have to repeat it 10 times in a row. That's all. That's simple. And it's 15 minutes in the morning and 15 minutes before you go to sleep. And that's about it. Okay, the thing is that what this process is trying to do is trying to assist you to climb up the emotional scale. And what it means, the emotional scale, that you can start rising up your emotional vibration, you can start feeling better and better and better and better. Every day you just improve the overall experience of your life by doing some very simple things. The first thing is that as you wake up in the morning, okay, before the day start, crashing all over you, okay, you open up your eyes, or even before you wake up your eyes, you just smile. And you hold that smile. Just hold it. If you can hold it for 60 seconds, you're going to feel so funny that you wouldn't be able to really get any bad thought to chase you or hunt you down. That simple. Okay? And then another thing is that you have to breathe for 60 seconds, for another minute. Okay? Now, Abraham are explaining that the breath, okay, the air that we inhale into our body, this is our connection to the universe. This is our connection to all there is. This is our connection with God. Because what we do when we breathe, we actually inhale energy in, and that's how we process it. So what you do for 1 minute, you just breathe. Just breathe. And you can use any breathing technique you want and just take as much as air as you can. Another thing that Abraham are explaining is that try to take more air than you think that you can. It means like fill up your lungs, and then when you feel that there's no more room, continue to inhale more air. And this way you're going to pump up and you're going to enlarge your lungs. Okay? Now, if you do it for 60 seconds every morning before you get up from bed, you just smile for no reason, and then you breathe. And you can also breathe as you smile. Another thing is that as you get up in the morning, okay, you have to take about 5 minutes of meditation. Now, meditation by itself is breathing exercises, okay? And as you breathe, you actually enable yourself to be in the moment. That simple. One of the exercises that I love to give people before they come for my readings, okay, is just to put your hands on your heart, okay, on your chest, close your eyes, and just breathe. And you don't have to do anything. You don't have to solve the world problems. You don't have to fix anything. You don't have to do anything. Just breathing. Just be there. Just listen to your heart. Close your eyes, put your hands, and just listen to your heart. And breathe. One of the things that I like to do when I was doing the 30-day process, I like to use the meditation, the guided meditation of Abraham. I download it from the website. It costs $15 to download it. And they have about 4 or 5 different meditations. You can choose the one that you like the most and just follow it. Those meditations are long as 15 minutes, okay? Therefore, they're a bit longer than the one I would recommend you to do in the morning. Okay, but still, if you have the time, you really want to do that. They're really nice, and one of the good things about them is that they are actually combining the breath, okay, the breathing, and the guided meditation itself. Actually, what they do, they guide your brain, they guide your thoughts, and slowly, you can feel how your energy is rising up. So that's what you do for 5 minutes, okay? And after you made your chores in the morning, let's say you went to the restroom, you took a shower, you fixed your face, you put the makeup, you finished dressed up, okay? What you would like to do is take another 5 minutes, okay, and fill up the book of positive aspects. Now, the book of positive aspects can be just about everything. You know, you can have something like that. Okay, I have plenty of them. Okay, and you can have any kind of book or any kind of notebook that you are interested with. If you want, you can go crazy and get the most fanciest notebook you can find your hand on, you know, and put your hands on and just take it from there. And when Abraham are talking the positive aspect, actually it's a rampage of appreciation. And what do they mean by rampage of appreciation? It means that you just feel grateful for your start point. You start feel grateful for where you are. For many, you start for just having a body, for being able to use your senses, to breathe, just to be in the present. And you can have such a long list of things. You can look out of the window and you can appreciate the weather, you can appreciate the universe, you can appreciate life, you can appreciate the bird just landing over your window. You can appreciate the blooming of, you know, of the trees now in the spring. It could be just the most general and obvious things in life. And once you've done with that, you can move on to things that are less obvious to you, like your relationship with people, like your health, like your job, like your apartment, your living, all the things that you have on the material world, all the things that you have on your emotional world. Now, once you've done that, you actually set up a vibration. Okay, because gratitude, okay, and being able to see the positive aspect in your life is one of the most profound ways of lifting up your vibration. Just being in gratitude to the things that you already have, to the life that you already live. Now here I feel like I'm repeating all those people that are saying the same thing over and over again, but believe it or not, it's very, very simple. Once you get into the place that you actually appreciate the things that you already have, from now on you feel better about all the things that you really want to continue and have, all the things you want to pursue, all the things you would like to manifest. Pursue is not such a good word, okay, but manifest. Okay, at the moment you come to the point of gratitude, this is the place that you actually can manifest more. Because it's better to manifest on a full stomach than manifesting on an empty stomach. You know, it's like they used to say that the army walks on its stomach. Okay, it's the same thing with your manifestation. It's much easier to manifest from the place of having than from the place of luck. And the difference between luck and lucky is only one word. It's only one letter. It's just where you start your day with. And once you start your day with a full stomach, with a vibration that actually carry gratitude of everything that you already have, it's much easier to manifest all the other things that you really want to do in your life. Another advice that I would like to give you for myself, and I'm sure you heard it from all over the place, just take one day at a time on that process. Don't think about, oh, now I have to do that for 30 days, so it's going to be some kind of a challenge. No, it's not a challenge. Another thing that is really, really, really important, and you want to remember that on the 30-day process, you want actually to shut yourself off the world. And this is one of the main things that the 30-day, actually gain its name by being a challenge, because just shut off the television, okay? Not listening to the news, okay? Not communicating with others that actually are just dropping down your vibration, or actually bringing you to those places of excess drama, excess, um, challenges that actually has nothing to do with you, or you have nothing to do with them, or you can actually do nothing about, okay, doesn't attribute anything to your well-being. So for a little while, just for that 30 days, just for 1 month, okay, and you can take it one day at a time, just try to keep those people, okay, and those activities like the television, like the radio for the news, okay, just try to keep them away from you and see how it works. I can tell you that I can see great benefit from people working with me on my coaching program when I asked them just to shut down the television, even though they were completely addicted. Okay, and the television is the only company they have once they come home. Once you shut down the television and you have this kind of tranquility, you have this peacefulness around you, and that can feel sometimes not as peace, can feel like intimidation, like, oh, I'm all by myself and the walls are just locking me in. How am I going to carry myself? That's exactly the point that you start drawing back into yourself. You start validating your own inner world. Then this is the point that you understand that you actually can create your inner experience. That you're not relying on the outside world to provide you with experiences. Then you realize that actually the silence outside is creating the ability for you to listen to the inner voice from within. You cannot hear those voices, okay? They're really, really, really delicate. And without being able to be attuned to yourself, you won't be able to align with who you really are. And the idea of the 30-day is with those little processes, okay, in the morning, and again during the day I'm going to follow it, okay, and then again in the night. What you do, you actually enable yourself to align with your own existence in a way that is respecting you, the way that you give yourself the space you need to thrive. You cannot manifest very well. You cannot become a deliberate creator if your energy is all the time being pulled from outside towards all kind of direction. It has to be centered. It has to be aligned. You have to be able to find your core, and you cannot find it with all this noise around you. Now the morning is simple. You wake up, you smile, you breathe, you meditate for 5 minutes, and you do the positive aspects for 5 minutes. And then what you do for the rest of the day. The rest of the day is the segment intended. And what you do by the segment intended, it means that you can actually see, you can actually understand that you have control over your experience. You have control over the quality of your experience. And you can start it from little things. You can start it from taking the shower in the morning, from brushing your teeth, for putting your makeup or shaving your face. It could be getting dressed. It could be like taking your stuff and walking out of the apartment or of the house. It could be your driving experience. It could be your cooking experience. It could be your cleaning experience. It could be a conversation you have to make. It could be a phone call you have to do. It could be everything. So whatever it's going to be, you can set up the vibration for this. What it means that you can make a decision. You can make a clear decision of how do you want this experience to be. And that's what it means, segmented and attendance. Okay? It means that you're going to decide that choosing your clothes is going to be easy. It's not going to be that experience that you walk into your walk-in closet or you just open the closet and all of a sudden you got lost. Nothing is good enough for you. Okay? It means that you can set up the vibration that you're going to go to the closet and the right clothes, it's just going to be there for you. You're just going to know exactly what's going to be the thing that you're going to wear. It's just going to be clear to you. And you're going to wear it immediately, and you're going to feel comfortable, and you're going to feel happy, and up to the next thing. You can decide about shower that it's going to be the right temperature. The water are going to run immediately. Okay, the temperature is going to be just right. You're going to have it for as long as you need. If it's going to be 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, as much as, and it's going to be just as fun as you want it to be. You can decide over shower that shower is going to be the time that you actually going to get answers for questions or for an idea, or you're just going to be inspired to do something or to write something or to have an answer for a question that bugs you. Just take it and see. Now, when it comes to the evening ritual is actually very simple. What you want to do, you want to get into the vortex before you go to sleep. And that's about it. What I did, I took the meditation of Abraham, which is just 15 minutes, and I just ran it before I went to sleep. Every time I put the next subject, you know, that I wanted. Either it was a relationship, or it was financial, or it was the general well-being, and just I took it from there. And before I knew it, I was already sleeping. Now, why do you want to go to sleep when you're, so to say, in the vortex? You want to go to sleep because the dreams that you have are actually relying on the vibration, are being created by the vibration that you offer as you go to sleep. And the way that you get up in the morning actually is what enables you to translate them. Now, Abraham are all the time repeating that if you don't remember your dreams, it's fine. The only thing you have to ask yourself is, how do I feel about it? How do I feel about the dream? Well, that's all. As you have the sensation, as you have the feeling of the dream, actually this is the vibration of the dream itself, and you don't have to go into the details of it. If you have some details, that's nice. But you don't need more than that. So every day you actually work on a different subject. On the first day you work about your health, and the next day you work about your well-being, and the third day you work about love, about your relationship. Now, in the 30-day book, they are texts for every day that you can read and be inspired. Okay, in the morning, what you would like to do, another thing that you would like to do, I nearly forgot completely about it, is to read that part or just listen to a video from Abraham. Something that is going to enable you to set up your vibration for the day, or just to wrap your mind around something that is going to make you feel better. And just remember, the entire process is simply to make you feel better about yourself, about your life, and slowly and surely to bring life to the place that they make sense to you. That's all. Once your life makes sense to you, once you understand what you do, that's it. Once you get up on the emotional and at the emotional scale, okay, the ups and downs of emotions, okay, the panic attacks, the cryings, the drama, all the tears, those elements are going to just move away slowly and gradually away from you. And if you're going to have tears, they're going to be tears of joy, they're going to be tears of happiness, they are going to be tears of gratitude. They're not going to be tears of suffering and unhappiness and just being alone out there, not knowing what to do with your life. So I hope I was making sense here. I hope I gave you some valuable information. And if you have any more questions, you can type them on the chat, or you can join the group and ask those questions and share your experience with us. The group again is How to Change Your Life in 30 Days. It's an Abraham Hicks group on Facebook. You can find us. It's really easy. All the process is there. You can download the book from the file section. You don't have to print everything. You see, that's all the printing I did. It's only 6 pages, okay? And here I take the opportunity to show it to you. I print it this way. I print it just like that actually it works on 2 sides. And that's all you have to print. Now you can mark the whatever is important for you. Like me, I was marking the things that I wanted. I think it's upside down. Yeah, oh, it's fine. Okay, and that's all. It's funny, now for closing, I want to share with you that many times I think to myself how we have just complicated our life, you know, drifting so far from whatever makes us happy, whatever makes us feel good. Because after all, why did we got into this body? Why did we got into this life? What are we doing here? What's the purpose of being here? What's the purpose of Source creating us? What's the purpose of us, okay, joining Source experience and being in the body? Some people have come here to experience other experiences that are not meant to be pleasant, so to say. But we're not talking about them. If you're watching this video, it means that you definitely want to have a positive experience, so to say. You have to have a joyful experience. You want to have a happy life. You want to fulfill and manifest in, you know, in a positive, expandable way. You prefer to work with the light. You want to be one with yourself. You want to align. You want to work from a place of love. And that process is so simple and actually just enables you to go back to who you really are. And who you really are is a joyful soul in a happy body. And even your body is not in its best right now. It's still happy to have you, believe it or not. Have you ever thought that your body is happy to have you? I know that my body is. Even though I'm full of complaints all over the place. But when I'm looking at my body is really saying, well, I'm really happy that you like me, that you like being here with me. And that's one on top of my gratitude list, is It's just to be thankful for the body that carries me, because this is my day-to-day vehicle. Without my body, I wouldn't be able to do anything here. So I practice talking without interactions, which is new for me. Thank you, Lynette, for being here with me. Oh,
not a problem.
I'm going to have awesome. I'm going to have more of those videos because I feel that this is the right way to go. I feel that it's just going to be better and better. And Lynette, do you want to say something before I'm closing? Do you want to share your experience or ask a question?
Yes, I would like to. I would like to just say that was very, very helpful for me, because I understand when I read everything and I'm trying to do the processes, and I do it. I have been doing it in a way naturally myself. But the way you've just explained it, rather than just reading a book, has been, it's been deeply helpful, because it's better to hear it sometimes than it is just to read it. We all learn differently as well, and I think everything helps. So I feel like I have not been able to go through the book and go specifically, I'm going to do this, 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 and this, but I now feel like I can. So for me personally, it was helpful to hear you explain it. Okay, so thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Because thank you very much to you, because I said to myself, I'm repeating things that are so well known. But with it, the reason I was coming and doing this video is because that I realized that there's some kind of a misunderstanding about how simple this process is, and actually having 157 pages of a book can be very overwhelming and sounds as if there's so much to do, when actually the process itself is so very, very simple. And if you think about the pages that I printed, and on the group page, in the group, there is a post that actually I explain, and I give all the pages numbers, okay, and it's only between like 1 to 19, okay, and if you do it on double, actually quattro, like I did, you're just going to have 6 printed pages, and which is not going to take that much, because I know that sometimes printing is a big thing for people. So so that's how I did it. And the rest, you can actually open the page from your laptop, from your computer, from your gadget, and just find the day, and just read it from there. It's not a long chapter. It's a very short thing, usually just 1 page, and you can read it if you don't want to get into a video. There are over 20,000 videos over there in different subjects, and you could just pick up something, or just ask Abraham to guide you into the right video. I know they're very helpful. Yep, very, very helpful.
Can I just add one more thing?
Yeah, please.
I think for me personally, my problem was I want to get it all done now, and now I'm just relaxing about it.
Yes, this is another thing that I saw with my work with people. I didn't say that at the beginning, but I'm working as an energy reader and energy coach. So I'm following people's processes, and Lynette, thank you for sharing that with me as well. And I realized that one of the things that happens is that once we realize that we have a manifestation tool, we have a process, we have a way that is actually working for us, we want to have it all now. Everything. And it doesn't, and actually life is life, and it has its own rhythm and its own pace. And like I was saying to one of the people I'm working with, I said, accumulating more information is not going to build up wisdom. Whatever is going to build up wisdom is the practice. And here we have a chance to practice, and here we have a chance to create a very simple ritual, okay, in the morning and before we go to sleep, which is going to be for the benefit of the rest of our life, for as long as we want to be here. And I'm serious about it. Some of us don't want to be here too long. Some of us don't want to leave ever. for as long as we want to be here. That process is amazing. And another thing, that you can always customize it. You would like to read the book Ask and It Is Given. In the book Ask and It Is Given, which is the first book of Abraham Hicks, you're going to find 22 different processes at the second part of the book. There is an audio version of it that you can listen to. And but buying the book itself is really essential, to my opinion, because those processes are going to make much more sense if you're going to see them printed and not just heard as the audiobook is providing. I found it a little confusing to listen to, because it also seems to be the same. But if you see it in the book, it starts to make sense. And one of the things that I'm about to do is I'm going to go through the processes one by one, and I'm going to go through them and explain them in a way that it's going to be very palatable and edible, so to say. Okay, so thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much, Lynette, for being here with me and holding space for me. Before I go, I want to tell you that you can actually set a vibration for the 30 days. Okay, you can decide that the 30 days are going to be easy for you, and you can set up a vibration for life if you really want to. And actually, the vibration for life is going to set itself, because once you start rising up your vibration gradually, and you see how simple it is, and you see how joyful it is to live from a higher perspective with a higher vibration, I don't see you ever going back. Life will never look the same. So thank you very much for being here with me, and see you again. I'm going to be here again on Thursday, and we're going to do the part 2 of this process. Thank you very much. Bye.
Thank you.